Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kansas Future. Thrilling updates have set our team ablaze with excitement. While some fans are hesitant, struggling to grasp the unfolding saga, we encourage you to stay tuned and watch the whole video. After 2 consecutive home victories, the Kansas City Chiefs are preparing for their first road game of the season, heading to Atlanta to face the Falcons. With the upcoming Sunday night football matchup, Atlanta is hoping to secure a second consecutive primetime upset win. The Falcons left the Philadelphia Eagles stunned during Week 2's Monday Night Football, which may give them a confidence boost as they face the reigning Super Bowl champions. Kirk Cousins aims to build on the momentum from the conclusion of the last game as he prepares to take on Patrick Mahomes. As for Mahomes, last Sunday's performance was arguably one of his worst games to date, adding more intrigue to this Sunday night showdown between Kansas City's offense and the NFC South. Several players stand out as key figures to watch leading up to the game. Who will dominate in the one-on-one battles throughout the match? What are the most important matchups to follow this Sunday? Here are 3 essential player matchups to watch for in the Chiefs versus Falcons game. Travis Kelce versus Falcons safeties. Travis Kelce's slow start to the season might not be causing him too much concern from a statistical point of view. However, it's unusual to see him receive so few targets in each game. One of his catches against the Bengals was wiped out due to an offensive penalty. Additionally, while positioned within the opponent's 5-yard line, he was credited with a rush attempt following a backward pass. In the game against the Falcons, Kelce will face a tough challenge from 2 experienced safeties who have encountered him numerous times. Jessie Bates, now in his 2nd season with the Falcons, faced off against Kelce during his early years with the Bengals. Justin Simmons, on the other hand, has periodically been a problem for the Chiefs during his tenure with the Broncos. Both safeties have sharp instincts and exceptional ball-hawking skills, arguably forming one of the NFL's top safety tandems. Will Bates and Simmons be able to shut down the easy passing windows when Mahomes looks to connect with Kelce? Or will Kelce manage to break free and begin accumulating the stats we've come to expect from him? Falcons offensive line versus Chiefs pass rush. Although Jake Matthews and Caleb McGarry may not be considered among the league's elite tackles, they've been reliable foundational pieces for the Falcons for some time. Matthews boasts strong hands and solid technique as a blindside protector, while McGarry is an agile blocker, especially for his size. Despite this, the Falcons' pass protection has been inconsistent. For instance, TJ Watt single-handedly disrupted their offense when facing McGarry. On the Chiefs' side, George Karlaftis and Mike Dana will be intriguing matchups to keep an eye on. Both Karlaftis and Dana rely on power and physicality, which could work to their advantage against less speed-oriented blockers like Matthews and McGarry. The variety of hand counter techniques used by Karlaftis and Dana could pose significant challenges for Atlanta's offensive tackles, especially if they are tasked with defending against stunts or games. Can the Falcons linemen hold their ground and maintain leverage? Falcons running game versus Chiefs run defense. With veteran quarterback Cousins still working to regain his form after last season's Achilles injury, the Falcons running game will be key under the new coaching staff. Fantasy football owners who have Bijan Robinson on their team have much to celebrate. Robinson's usage during his rookie season was heavily scrutinized last year. However, through the first 2 games of the season, Atlanta has rightfully continued to utilize him, both on outside runs and inside cutbacks. So far, Robinson has rushed for 165 yards on 32 carries, averaging 5.2 yards per carry. But Robinson isn't the only threat. The Falcons also boast a strong secondary running option in Tyler Allgeier, whose physical running style perfectly complements Robinson's speed. Allgeier focuses on running north and south, never losing momentum by moving laterally. Defensively, the Chiefs' run defense has been average over the first 2 games. Most of the yardage allowed came from Lamar Jackson during the season opener. The Chiefs' linebackers have struggled at times to disengage from blocks, which could be a critical factor in this game. Atlanta excelled at blocking and reaching the 2nd level last week, opening rushing lanes. If Kansas City fails to clog up those run fits, the Falcons could effectively control the time of possession and limit Mahomes' opportunities. Thrilling updates have set our team ablaze with excitement. While some fans are hesitant, struggling to grasp the unfolding saga, we encourage you to stay tuned and watch the whole video. The Kansas City Chiefs find themselves thin at running back after Isaiah Pacheco suffered a broken fibula during the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. With their primary rusher sidelined for the next 2 months, the Chiefs are in urgent need of depth at the position. This week, the team signed Kareem Hunt to the practice squad, reuniting him with head coach Andy Reid. Hunt is expected to step in as the lead running back moving forward. However, Coach Reid announced on Friday that Hunt won't be promoted to the active roster in time for the upcoming game against the Atlanta Falcons. As a result, the Chiefs are left with Carson Steele and Samaje Perine as the only available running backs for Week 3. Both are newcomers to Kansas City and have yet to take on the primary back role in their NFL careers. So, what should fans expect from the Chiefs' rushing attack on Sunday night? Carson Steele, an undrafted rookie, garnered attention during the preseason with his hard-nosed running style. Though officially listed as a fullback, Steele is set to be the Chiefs' starting running back against the Falcons on Sunday. Steele is no stranger to being the lead rusher, having started all 12 games for Ball State in 2022 and racking up over 1,500 rushing yards. After a standout performance in a similar role during the preseason, Steele now has the opportunity to carry the load for Kansas City in Week 3. Despite showing promise in the preseason, Steele's success has yet to translate to regular season play. He has carried the ball 9 times for a total of 27 yards, averaging just 3.0 yards per carry. Additionally, Steele lost a fumble in last week's game against the Bengals, a concerning mistake. Sunday's matchup is a pivotal moment for Steele to prove himself within the Chiefs' offense. A strong performance could secure him more playing time even after Kareem Hunt is activated. If he struggles, however, the Chiefs could be forced into a pass-heavy strategy against the Falcons. Steele will need to contribute, whether on early downs, in the red zone, or on critical third-down plays. One area where Steele has yet to make an impact is the passing game. He has not caught a pass in an NFL game, but that must change if the Chiefs are to succeed on Sunday night. Samaje Perine will serve as the team's primary passing down back. The 7-year veteran, though new to the Chiefs, has built a reputation as one of the league's top receiving backs. Nevertheless, Steele will also need to contribute in the passing game. If the Chiefs rely solely on Perine for passing situations, their offense will become too predictable. At the very least, Steele will need to help protect Patrick Mahomes in passing situations. This game against the Falcons will likely be Steele's only start at running back. Kareem Hunt is expected to be promoted from the practice squad by Week 4, barring any unexpected delays. Hunt has proven he can still be a feature back during his last 5 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. The former Pro Bowler also spent his first 2 seasons under Coach Reid in Kansas City, making him familiar with the system. Hunt's strength in the red zone was evident in 2023 when he scored a career-high 9 rushing touchdowns. With Hunt likely to reclaim the starting role soon, Sunday may be the only opportunity for Carson Steele to shine as the Chiefs' lead back. If Kansas City is to remain undefeated, their running backs must step up and deliver in Week 3. It might upset some Chiefs fans, but we need to talk about Kingsley Suamataia, a second-round draft pick out of BYU, and his absolutely horrendous performance in Week 2 against Trey Hendrickson and the Cincinnati Bengals. This may have been one of the worst offensive line performances I've seen in the Patrick Mahomes era. It was that bad. To say that Trey Hendrickson dominated Kingsley Suamataia is an understatement. Hendrickson had one of the most impressive games I've seen in a long time, completely changing the game for the Bengals with how frequently he was able to pressure Mahomes. Hendrickson totaled 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and 3 quarterback hits, all while going up against Suamataia. It was an absolutely horrific showing from the rookie. At one point late in the game, Suamataia was benched for second-year player Wanya Morris. Andy Reid had seen enough and pulled him from the game, likely dealing a blow to Suamataia's confidence. But at that point, he was getting dominated all game long. I agree with the decision to bring in Morris, but the question remains, How will this affect Kingsley's career going forward? The Chiefs drafted Swamataya in the second round of this year's draft, expecting him to be the future at left tackle. They also expected him to be the answer this year for a team aiming for a three-peat. You could question Brett Veach for thinking that a rookie left tackle in an Andy Reid offense protecting Patrick Mahomes, the most valuable player on the planet, was a good idea. It was likely not the best decision, but that's the situation we're in now. Swamataya won the starting job out of training camp, beating out Wanya Morris, but it's clear after 2 games that he struggled. I'm not completely giving up on Kingsley Swamataya, but if you watch the game, it was obvious early on that he was having trouble. He also struggled in week 1. For Andy Reid to pull the plug on someone who won the job in training camp and preseason speaks volumes. There may not have been much competition, but Swamataya was the starter, and in the first 2 regular season games, he looked like a rookie. He looked bad. This raises the question of whether the Chiefs should sign a veteran left tackle just for this season. Swamataya doesn't look ready, and protecting Mahomes is crucial. You can't risk having someone who can't do their job effectively when Mahomes is the player he's tasked with protecting. Andy Reid even said in his press conference that they had to take a step back with Kingsley. That's why they pulled him from the game. I'm not sure if Swamataya will start on Sunday. There's a good chance Wanya Morris could start at left tackle against the Falcons. While Morris has shown some good flashes, I'm not sure how comfortable I am with him protecting Mahomes either, but it might be the only option right now. The Chiefs took a big risk by entrusting Mahomes' protection to a rookie, and while Swamataya's season isn't necessarily over, it's clear the Chiefs don't feel comfortable with him in such a high-leverage position. In the post-game press conference, Swamataya admitted that Hendrickson beat him all day and acknowledged that Hendrickson was a great player with a high motor. If you're as excited as I am for this epic game, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates from this thrilling season. We'll follow every play and break down everything that happens. That's it, guys. Another video bringing you the latest Chiefs news. Keep following along because the season is just getting started, and there's still plenty of good stuff to come. Let's go for another Super Bowl.